All right, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Action Pack Thrill Ride in a while. This is a little bit of a test.
The return of Action Pack Thrill Ride.
Not yet. We're just getting this out here because we wanted to record something real fast. Kind of do a test of our setup right now to make sure that we've got something.
And to make sure that we still have voices and can speak.
Yeah, hopefully everyone can actually hear us and we're not just talking to nothing.
Well, I would guess it's about 50-50.
Well, I'm going to check that audio. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Between talking to ourselves and nothing. I mean, it's usually about the same. Well, anyway, hello everybody. I'm Missy Donovan, and I am one of your co-hosts here on Action Pack Thrill Ride. Eamon Hardiman is checking our audio right now, so I'm going to let him do that, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's been going on with Razor Sharp Studios. Well, first of all, we moved to New York, you guys. We are in the Big Apple. I don't really understand why the apple is there. Is that the state fruit? Is there a state fruit? Is that what happens?
The state fruit is the bum corpse.
The bum corpse. Well, I feel like a lot of it smells more like bum urine, but there are also some other scents that I've noticed since moving here. Cat carcass, old beer, like Milwaukee's Best to be specific. Armpits, marijuana, and
Milwaukee's Best. You mean the Beast?
I mean the Beast. Can you tame the Beast?
The best
I feel like Sean Connery should be the spokesman for the Beast.
My favorite thing is Missy was very concerned about keeping it clean for the YouTube, and then she just spent a lot of time degrading the homeless and treating them as if they're a joke.
That's not true.
Flight in society is
not
for
true.
her amusement, really.
That's not true. I was just going through the smells that I smelled.
Okay. How does it feel to be Scott?
It feels great. I love it.
Does it really?
A Scott Slasher's
to
world.
be ridiculed by me for
constantly.
your beliefs
I feel like I've been
hatred?
I have been on the chopping block for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
with your
Avery is actually watching. This is weird because it is a podcast, but we are actually putting it on the PlayStation.
Yes.
And there's just a screen up, but we're not going to play a game, really.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we just wanted to
a podcast.
Kind of save the... Basically, we don't have our audio set up yet, I guess, right?
Not really, no.
No.
We're trying that now.
We want to get the podcast back up and running.
Yeah.
So,
at this point... turn up the gain a little bit on this bad
laugh. Turn up the gain. Gain it up a
Sometimes
little bit.
I like to gain.
Get those gains. And speaking of,
we
did join a gym.
No. What?
We did join a gym.
Oh, that's what you're going for?
Well, you said gains, so I thought I would, let everyone know we are going to get them.
Right. So we are actually going to answer questions as well on this. So if anybody does happen to tune in, we didn't broadcast we were doing this, so there won't be any views on this or anything. But we are, so we'll answer any questions. Also, the gym thing. Planet Fitness promises you a t-shirt. We did not get t-shirts. Apparently there's a recall on the t-shirts. I don't know what she's talking about. Apparently maybe one of them choked a baby. Maybe there was some sort of a crib death involved. But, did not get the t-shirts. I do have a previous t-shirt. Wanted another t-shirt. So, little disappointed about that. The good news is, I did get, this year, which I'm very happy about, all of the Monster cereals. Have not really dug into the Count Chocula or the Frankenberry. I think we all know that, the Boo Berry I haven't opened, or the Count Chocula. I went straight for the Frankenberry. And every year I eat the Frankenberry and I'm disappointed that it just does not taste the way I dreamed it would. I think about it in the months that I don't have boxes, stocked up. And then, I just wind up really disappointed. But it's been a struggle trying to figure out a way to keep the mice from eating the Frankenberry. That's not true. We don't have mice yet. And hopefully young Cookie keeps them at bay. But she's not so young now, really, our cat, Cookie. She's more of an old cat, more of like someone's... I love that you think that our microphone doesn't pick up a toilet flushing. That's the best part of it all.
That's the beauty of...
Is that Missy has only done maybe one podcast in the past 20 years.
It's terrible, I know. When you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean, when nature calls, you have to respond,
when
or
you
else
drink bad wine,
or else you're just a turd.
Mm-hmm. How are we?
I think we're doing pretty good.
Horrifier asks, how are you guys?
Thank you, great. Avery. I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I mean, trying to make it happen in the big city. It's a little stressful, though. I mean, our place is kind of small, but it's a cool challenge. I mean, every place is small in New York, right? Unless...
It's only small if you let it be.
Oh, okay, good.
There are no small apartments, only small people.
Very good, okay. Well, I mean, organizing stuff is always just a pain in the ass when you move. It's just... Everybody's been there. You move.
Wouldn't it be great if we were like 4 foot tall? Like we had some sort of genetic modification to where we were only like 4 foot tall people. Then it would seem like we were in a palatial estate.
That is true, but it also would be very difficult because...
What do you mean, to reach things?
Yes, I mean...
We have more headroom in your apartment, so you could like store step ladders and things above you, and then use them to reach those stories.
To reach the stories? Like, is that where you keep your stories on the top
shelf?
That's
where I keep my episodes of Days of Our Lives on the top of the shelves.
Oh my god. Also, the Monster cereal. I feel like I heard some of that when I was in the restroom. There's 3 boxes that we have, and...
While you were shitting?
Yes. Everybody has to take a poop every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I just
wanted everybody to know that you started out this test podcast by taking a shit.
Okay. Yes, and I will own it. It was great. It felt amazing. I'm fully relieved.
It felt amazing. What the fuck are you talking about?
It felt amazing.
No.
Yes.
It's like you get the poop out, but like you're not enjoying the process.
But you feel good after. You feel amazing now.
Okay.
Come on, like you've never emptied your bowels completely. Oh wait, you haven't.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean that, like, with your lactose intolerance and things.
Oh no,
it's very difficult for you.
Anything in my bowels.
His bowels are just
comes out of him.
It's a lot of unsolid.
Well, now everybody's
unsullied.
saying
it's a lot of unsullied.
Fucking gluten. I've got this shit, right? That everybody's saying that I can't be a gluten person, right?
No. Well, nobody's exactly. I mean, nobody official has said that. But
I see these gluten-free products, and I see the prices on the gluten-free products. And I'll tell you what, that shit ain't free.
It is not.
Right, they're charging substantially more than they charge for the gluten stuff.
And it's also weird how the gluten-free label is used on everything, like coconut water. It's like, I would hope there would be no wheat in this. Like, what are we doing here? It's supposed to be coconuts, water, and sugar.
Yeah, well, I missed gluten too.
And the gluten, just to add.
Sometimes they just smear gluten on things. They're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna smear some gluten on this can
like kids with
water.
Jam and light out
You
like
can't
eye
let-
sockets.
You
They
can't
just
let,
smear
we've
jam
discussed this
into
before on the thing.
into
but
cartridges.
You can't let children smear jam onto
onto anything.
at all.
Keep the jam away from your
If
kids.
your child smears a jam
Preserves
on a
even.
video game console or a favorite Blu-ray, I feel like you should take their hands.
Have you ever
Taken someone's hands for a misdeed?
taken someone's hand?
Several times, and it's like taking a shit. It's really
Is it
refreshing.
rewarding? You feel great
feels
after?
Great. It's pretty awesome to take someone's hands.
Have you ever played Edward 40 Hands? Speaking
No.
of taking hands, do you know what that game is?
Yes, that's where they tape.
This was, I'm revisiting my childhood right now.
They tape penises to your hands.
Right.
And that's Edward Penis Hands.
Right.
So
It's almost the same.
they tape 40-ounce beers to your hands, and you have to drink them all before they're allowed to be untaped from your hands.
Yes. So
Or is it the
essentially,
first person who does it gets to have sex with his frat brothers? What is the process?
okay, the process is each person has 2 40s, and there's some designated, I don't know if this is the frat master or just a friend, because I was never in the Greek culture in college. They then duct tape your hands around each 40, because you can't do that yourself once one's already taped, let's be fair, unless you're a magician. And then you have to drink both before, like you said, you can be untaped. So essentially, you can't pee, you can't check your phone, you can't really move a whole lot. I mean, you have to drink 80 ounces of fluid rapidly before you can do anything else. That's a lot of liquid. Think about that.
Yeah.
How many ounces are in a pound? 16? 16
math.
ounces in a pound. So that's like,
I just
let's just
answer
say
every
there's-
question like that by just
there's
saying
20,
the word
so that's
math,
like 4
and then
pounds
I hope
of-
somebody jumps in.
I'm just going to assume that that's like 4 pounds of liquid. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's around 4.5
Probably
pounds.
too many.
That's a lot. I mean, can you imagine doing that?
Yeah.
Is that something you want to try next time
No.
in this show?
No, we got to keep it clean for the YouTube.
I would do
So-
well to like tape one 12-ounce can and then another 12-ounce can without having to like fidget or run off to like take a crap
Yeah.
in the middle.
Hey, we've got some announcements this week. We want to wish a very happy anniversary to Avery and Anna.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
I'd like to say that it just gets better and better as the years go by, but
First year anniversary. That's a big one though.
it really just gets really tough.
No, first year is a big one. I love that. That's awesome. I wonder, are you guys gonna like celebrate and do anything fun? Let us know.
I don't think we'll do a full
I just want to know.
expose.
I would like to dive into it.
Their anniversary
I want to know what that's like.
date night.
We'll see. It's the perfect season.
The season of the witch.
Yes, exactly.
I actually bought a shirt that says "'Tis the Season" and has a picture of a witch on it from $6shirts.com, and it was a $4 shirt because it was the deal of the day. And those are always terrible designs that
wait
most
30
people
days.
wouldn't want.
And then it'll ship to you after Halloween.
And then it takes a month to get to receipt. No, I'm supposed to get it in about a week, but I was just. I've never wanted to go with them because their shipping is always way too much.
Yeah.
You know? I think
Well, that's
this
how
is
they get you.
something
It's
to
like, oh,
discuss.
well, here's a $4 thing, but let's charge you $7 for shipping. So then it's
Right.
like you end up paying.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest.
$11, $12
they
for
did
shirt.
They did, yeah. I spent $8.99 on the shirt. Shit.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry.
What?
That's, it's just too much for you to spend on a t-shirt.
I don't like to spend
It's
money
a lot of money.
I don't like to spend money on things that aren't
drinkable.
Alcohol or video games.
Delivered to your door in a food form.
Or ghoulies statues. Or, really good food that someone brings to me. Or services like a massage that comes to your door or something like that. I would rather than buy 3 shirts, I would rather pay for a fucking masseuse to come in and massage me for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. With a promo code. Which the promo code is razor sharp at Soothe.
And if you want a Casper mattress, it'll come to your door.
She can massage you on the Casper mattress.
You roll it out, it will.
And they won't do that. They bring this weird table. And then you climb up on... Sturdy.
Is it sturdy?
But it's a little weird because it's like, alright, I'm probably going to get some sort of erection during this process.
Yes, but it's a super hard table, so it kind of suppresses it.
Everyone else's has... Exactly. Everyone else's has been pressed against the same table. Right? I'm sorry, I just hit the table and it vibrated the whole microphone setup here. But that can't be more. So you're
talking about your genitalia that has been pressed against the same table as other people's genitalia with this massage?
Yeah.
And how that gives you an erection. I just
No,
want to be clear.
not because other people had done it.
I just know. I think that's why. I think that's
weird
why.
Because I'm like, oh no.
No, I think that's why you like it.
Because it's just my dick's touching
other people's spot.
Yeah, right. It's
like now yours is there.
Like the energy signature.
No, not even a ghost, but just that it's been done. That it's a naughty thing.
Mm-hmm.
How many homes has this table been in today?
Right.
Oh,
I think
this
that's
is the 5th home. I love that. Oh, soothe me, soothe massage. Promo code razor sharp.
Sloppy fits is what I like from a masseuse. But no, it's a great situation there where you do you get somebody services that enrich your life in some way, or like items that enrich your life, or like take some time off. I'd rather spend that than I would on a fucking t-shirt.
But you just bought a t-shirt and you didn't buy a soothe massage. So let's get back to the real
I know, and I
crux.
regret it forever. Like Super Nintendo
the
Classic.
Crucible here.
At the time we're recording this, Super Nintendo Classic comes out tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm not buying it.
Right.
Or am I?
You no longer have an erection either. So, I think it's a sad day. Yeah, I think so. It's a cool system. I would like one. But
I'm not buying it.
I'm
not buying it.
You could have...
There's
you could
no
probably
way I'm
have
going to Target at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
You could probably
and
have 4 soothe massages for the price of that system.
Still, the
you
system
could get your
seems like
laundry done by a service that comes and picks it up in a bag,
takes it a little louder.
Takes it, and then washes it for you. You could have that done for like, I don't know, the same price as the new system. Like 4 different, I don't know, for a whole month at least. There's a lot of services.
My old friend Jay Gaming is on here.
Oh, yeah?
Watching our thing right now. Said, Eamon.
Well, say hi.
Hello. Yeah, so what I think the problem is I'm not buying Super NES Classic. And I think the only way to remedy that is by actually buying the system.
You think
but
so?
Anyway, I don't know. Maybe some people can tell us about what they think about this whole goddamn thing. You know what I'm looking forward to, though? The new Cult of Chucky.
Oh, yes.
I kind of want to... Does anybody hear this if I do this?
Probably.
Where's that Elgato giveaway? We still have not given away the Elgato because we haven't streamed in 4 months or something. Because we've been moving and we just got everything back together.
Yeah, we moved to New York.
And we're doing a test right now.
What's El Gato? That's a cat. That means cat in Espanol. That means the cat.
So we will give away our cat.
I'm just saying, is that what? Do you want Cookie? Because she's available. 100%.
But no.
She's a tortoiseshell cat. Terrible. Hides. She gets drunk a lot. Hates people. Has claws.
That's what torty means? Is tortoiseshell?
Yes. It's tort.
Why do they call her a tortoiseshell?
Because it's like a tortoise. Have you never seen a turtle?
Yeah,
with that kind of pattern?
Like our cat.
It's exactly the same. It's like the light brown and the dark brown, like spotted thing. Yes, it is.
No.
Yep. Tortitude. Tortoiseshell. Trust me, I know.
So what have you noticed?
I follow a lot of cats on Instagram. Okay? So let's just get back to the
What are we watching right now?
Well, I want to watch Cult of Chucky, but we need to buy. Was that out yet? We can't buy it yet, can we?
I think it came out to VOD. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to buy that.
Either that or just people are stealing it.
Well, I don't want to steal
somebody
it.
had a physical Blu-ray of it.
Oh, really? I thought it was just VOD. Well, I'd like to get a VOD of that because the last Chucky was really fun. I really liked that.
Mm-hmm.
When did that come out? Last year? 2 years ago?
Yeah, like a year.
It was a lot of fun, and I was very surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I had no expectations either, but I was like, wow, this is a really fun horror movie.
I like that
this is awesome.
That they're doing them kind of straight to video. I think that's just a better option.
Yeah, I do too. And they can make their money back. I mean, theatrical runs at this point, I'm not sure how much that costs. I mean, it did really well, obviously. Big blockbuster.
Do you think we'll get a Chucky versus something?
Maybe down the road. I think that
Chucky versus Puppet Master.
No, I don't know if Charles Band would be down with that. I mean, right? He'd want like a huge percentage of the...
He'd be like, there's 8 more dolls in my movie, so
I need 80%. But we love those movies, but that's just
I think
his business acumen.
Really just all about Brad Dourif and how much probably he wants to do it. I mean, it just seems like right now he's super into just being fucking Chucky all the time. But like, what's the Comic Dougal on here? Charles Band loves any dolls. Says
I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he loves dolls, he will profit. Like, what was that? I love it. Like, he was. I mean, what was that podcast we listened to with? They were talking about Charles Band and about how he started with another company, and then that.
Even remember.
Oh my God! It was. If you ever get a chance to really look up his background, it's a whirlwind. Like, it is. Like, he put all of his money into one thing, and then it kind of failed, and then something else owned a castle. I mean, and then he's churning out these movies. I mean, he turned it around, but
right.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I would like to see them do definitely some sort of. What the fuck happened?
I mean, are you even on the level here?
Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure why this is doing this. Their volume's really low for some reason. Let me know if our audio levels are good right now. Missy, talk.
Oh, yes.
I hate that it's like that, but yeah, all of a sudden our audio just dropped through the roof. I don't know why.
Well, this is the first time we've actually set up our audio equipment, so we shall see.
Okay. I hope it's clean. I don't know. I guess the goal was to release it as a podcast, but now I'm just really upset about the whole thing. Now I'm freaked out because my levels are only going up to the first tier. I guess I could turn it up a little bit more.
It's like a quarter chub of audio level.
Yeah, sorry if that just blew out anybody's thing. I don't even know if this fucking thing works at all.
It's hard to say. I mean, we're
keeping it clean.
This is a shoestring operation here.
So so here's what I want. I want Chucky versus that fucking leech woman from Puppet Master that spits out the leeches. And I want there to be a sex scene.
Ooh. Like, the leeches go up Chucky's butt and he likes it?
I think that Chucky should have sex with a leech. Because he'll fuck a leech.
Very good. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then that's the whole thing. I don't know. I could see like Chucky versus Reanimator.
Chucky versus Rihanna.
Chucky and Rihanna would be a good time.
Yeah, so hot.
I don't like
Rihanna.
I don't even know what the fuck you're even singing. So I don't even know who that is.
Riri.
Nope. So and then there's who else would it be? I guess there's no Phantasm because old dude's dead.
Aww.
So
I know.
You just awed a lot at something that happened a while back.
I know, but I love Phantasm.
Chucky
I love
versus
the whole series.
Dolly Dearest. Maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe not ever. I think probably maybe I don't know how this cult movie is gonna go, but if it ends with like maybe Jennifer Tilly's puppet coming back or something.
Yeah, I love her
maybe
too.
Maybe have a Chucky versus Tiffany movie.
Yeah.
Is that her name, Tiffany? I think it was.
I think so, yep.
You do one of those and have the two of them like fucking like at odds.
Yeah, but it would be fun to see them team up against two other things as well.
Well, she's
or
right now
Chucky and yeah. Oh well.
I don't know how that happened. Maybe I need to go back and watch.
We need
Chucky
to revisit
movies.
this. It's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like moving has aged me.
Well,
about
I also
5
don't
years.
have any of the movies
and I can't,
with me.
Right, yeah, everything.
And I never bought that box up.
Everything's in storage because there's no room.
And I don't know why I bought Leprechaun before I bought Chucky.
Jennifer Aniston.
Or maybe I got it gifted. I think I got gifted Leprechaun. Jennifer
I think
Aniston.
Everyone gets gifted Leprechaun.
Yeah.
It's like the classic.
Well, I bought the Leprechaun movies so many times. They already fought. Oh, Tiffany and Chucky fought in Seed of Chucky, apparently. I apparently don't remember Seed of Chucky, but I know that I've defended it against its detractors, and I'm not sure why, because I don't really remember any.
I don't. God, is there a memory pill out yet that I can just take so I can regain all of my memories, all of the movies that I've watched? I feel like there's been so many.
It's the Limitless pill that worked so well for Bradley Cooper.
I don't get it. What's the
Bradley
joke?
Cooper?
What's the joke there?
You never saw that movie?
No.
Yeah, well, maybe you should watch movies and then you'll get jokes. So probably don't watch Limitless. It's really not worth it to get a joke. One joke about Limitless. Stay under the rock, don't go back to Seed of Chucky, I'm hearing from the chat. I think that probably I'm gonna. But I feel like Curse of Chucky was so much of a reboot. You know? Kind of started over from scratch. One show I'm watching right now that I'm really digging is called Outcast.
Oh yeah, I love that show. It's actually based in West Virginia,
where we're from. Not shot there.
No.
And it's very weird. I don't know if you wanted to take the joke and go on that run.
Oh, go for it. I don't know where you're going.
So what's really weird is like they base it in West Virginia, so there's all this shit about and yes, I'm pouring a beer in front of this.
Oh, also, really quick before we get into it, I think Avery said something like they were going to go to a romantic dinner and he got Anna a promise ring for their anniversary.
Yeah.
Isn't that the best thing you've ever heard?
No, the best thing I've ever heard.
No, really.
I mean, it's great.
Congratulations. That's
congratulations,
so fun, you guys.
But the best thing I've ever heard is the Billy Bob Thornton vow of blood. That Angelina Jolie and he would like wear a vow of each other's blood around their
I think they were smoking crack too.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I like it.
Yeah, okay.
Because they were just like cracked the fuck up.
They were just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. This makes perfect sense right now.
Yeah.
Let's wear this to an award show. We don't care.
We don't need blood diamonds. We just need fucking vials of blood. Vial of blood necklaces. The only blood fucking... alright. The only...
J Gaming's gone. Bye!
So... They already fought in that girl, yeah. Okay, so, yeah. The, back to the Outcast show. The Outcast show is created by Robert Kirkman.
Yes.
So it's the guy who did Walking Dead. It's on Cinemax, so probably most people have never seen it. I'm guessing. I don't know if it really caught on big. I remember people talking about it when it came out, and then everybody stopped. But basically, it's a small town redneck exorcist.
And a lot of things that are actually true to West Virginia, with like the set design and the props.
But they shot it in South Carolina, so how true could it be? So, and this is the other thing that got me, is
Listen,
that
honey.
they keep referring to Charleston, which is a town in South Carolina.
True.
And it's a town in West Virginia.
True.
And there's a lot of other things in the show that sort of, like, a lack of mountains and things like that. There's a couple in some shots that they got.
But they have that stock. They have those
some hills.
select. Yes.
But the so basically what happens is they keep referring to like Charleston, like all these things, and I'm like, did they originally in the fucking first script for the couple pilots ever think that they were gonna shoot it in South Carolina or West Virginia? So they just kind of wrote like a catch-all like fucking script that would be like, well, if we get that tax credit here, we'll do it here, and if we get the tax credit
But
there, we'll
Charleston, South Carolina is so obviously different than West Virginia. I mean,
apparently
you could
not, because we've been watching it on the show for
They did
almost
not
the
shoot
entire
that in
season.
Charleston. There is no way. I've been there many times.
No, not in Charleston. But we also lived in Charleston, and their version of Charleston, West Virginia is like a bum-soaked, post-apocalyptic, like, nightmare of just... Well, I guess it is now. There's apparently a huge homeless problem in Charleston, West Virginia. But, like, they make it look like it's, like, fucking one of those, like The Stand. It's, like, Randall Flagg's, like, place where he hangs out. Where it's just, like, people, like, banging and, like, somebody's gonna eat human flesh or something. It's crazy. That's what their vision of Charleston, West Virginia is.
Well, okay, but this is also just a show that's based off of a comic that's, you know, influenced by being, you know, in the backwoods, exorcism. I have no problems with them replicating the hometown, my hometown, as some kind of weird alt universe of what it actually is. I mean, just because I'm sure that's what the comic is, and that's what it calls for. I mean, I'm not offended.
Do you think it's West Virginia in the comic?
Oh, I don't know, but I mean, I'm not offended by it.
Right.
Maybe some people might have been or whatever, but I think
we portrayed that state way worse than they do.
Right, but it's not really about that. It's just about, like, the idea of your story. So it's just, it just happens to be, that's the atmosphere around it. Mm-hmm. And I will give them, like, a lot of credit because I'm really enjoying the series, and also with the set decorations and everything else. I mean, they are kind of hitting it on the head as someone who's from there, even though they're not shooting there. They're giving, you know, they're giving details that only people from West Virginia would probably recognize. Like USA Gold Lights. Like certain types of things that are on the kitchen counter. I mean, different place settings. I've seen...
I just feel like West Virginia has no pure, you know, fucking culture or, like, or history, really anything that's, like, purely West Virginia. Like, almost all of the elements of West Virginia are duplicated exactly in places like Ohio and North Carolina and Virginia and shit like that, and Kentucky. It's that whole region has kind of a... we're all kind of doing the same shit.
Well, I mean, the whole thing that ties the whole region together is industry and coal. I mean, at least the times that it was up and coming, I mean, that's where the culture is. And the fact that West Virginia broke away from Virginia during the Civil War.
But there is also coal mining that goes on in the other states.
I understand that, but like,
too.
That's what I mean. Like the Kentucky, the Tennessee, the Appalachian region.
It just feels like there's no specific West Virginia thing. You know what I mean? So maybe the stuff that we're looking at and being like, oh my god, they did it. Like, probably other people that live in these other states around it are also like, they fucking nailed my region or whatever.
Right, like, maybe. Maybe, I mean, I haven't
You're
seen
not the only person that was smoking USA Golds. Like, it's not just a West Virginia brand of cigarette.
That was my brand.
You're just looking at it like...
But...
oh, that person's white trash and smokes cigarettes.
I love it. That's how I grew up, honey. So, and I ate a lot of pizzas, too. Saw those boxes on the set. I haven't seen a pepperoni roll yet, though, so...
well, that's the other thing,
I guess until I see the pepperoni
roll is not an actual West Virginia thing. It's a fucking Pittsburgh thing.
Are you sure about that? Because I think people will fight you on that topic.
I know, but it's fucking bullshit. It's actually a Pittsburgh thing.
Cite your references, please. I would like a full bibliography.
Well, it's essentially a fucking, like, cannoli, right? Or
no, it's not a cannoli.
What, or stromboli?
Not really.
Isn't it stromboli, where it's like pepperoni inside of the wrapped thing?
Yeah, but that's baked, like, in a different way. This is just like bread stuff in there. I don't know. No, like, if you produce the resources that tell me that it was developed in Pittsburgh.
I read a thing, and apparently no one can actually, like, specifically say.
I think it was northern West Virginia. It was northern West Virginia. I believe it was Fairmont, Clarksburg area. AKA. Well, and they were Italians.
AKA, what's the bordering state there?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Oh.
I mean, it caught on. It's like one of those things that catches on one place, and it's like, oh, everyone's gonna do this real quick. Like, nobody knows where. I guess nobody knows where it came from, but I'm gonna say it came from West Virginia. Boom.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's not West Virginia enough to be in an episode of Outcast, so. Oh well.
Oh no.
So nobody spoil anything because we have not finished the first season yet, but we're digging the fuck out of it. I think it's pretty cool.
Outcast, please look it up. It's Cinemax. It's gory. It's supernatural.
Children.
It's shocking. Like the very first 5 minutes of that show, I was like, what the actual is happening?
And then it didn't really make sense after that.
No, it made a lot of sense. But you have to follow along. You have to pay attention.
Yeah. I mean, the show overall makes a lot of sense. I think it's a good show. I think maybe my favorite horror show right now.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, I don't know. I guess I would call Twin Peaks a horror show. So it's not my favorite of all time. But it's definitely up there right now. As long as they don't fuck it up, they got gold. Yeah. So I really like Vampire the Masquerade. No, it wasn't Vampire the Masquerade. It was kind of like that, but it was a TV show.
Is that an anime?
C. Thomas Howell in it.
I'm so confused.
It was a pretty old show. I don't remember what that was called. Yeah, C. Thomas Howell was in it. I really dug it, and it got canceled because it was good. Comic Dougal asked if we have seen It.
No, I haven't, and I'm really sad.
We have not seen it. We have not had time to go see that. It's been a struggle.
This is like one of the first days that I've actually been able to sit down and just not do anything.
But we still walked about 5 or 6 miles today.
We still had to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Get a lot of stuff in the store. It's just, I love it. I love it up here. It's just totally, it's complete 180 from what I'm used to. And I love a challenge, and I love that, but
It's just mainly getting our lives in order to where we can then get into the routine of doing all of our stuff that we were doing, getting back into that, resuming the editing, getting working and all that.
Streaming, everything else, and jobs and all that. I mean...
Horrifier has a question. Do you ever plan to live in Ohio?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I've never really thought about it.
I actually, there was, apparently when I was a kid, my parents had a chance to move us to Columbus, my brother and I.
Uh-huh.
So move us out of the sticks and into a kind of big city, like convention hub, which, for us at that point, it's, I think a lot of people probably think of Columbus in a, I wouldn't watch this because apparently we're okay. Because there's also, I think there's a booster on the thing, but I don't know. But, sorry, that was a side there. She keeps waving at me to get closer to the mic, and I'm like, I'll get this close. But, and I might need to be, who knows. But yeah, I think Columbus would have been a big deal, I think, for my childhood, and probably would have given me a lot more opportunities, probably a better education. A lot of that, because I grew up in a pretty fucking backwoodsy, shitty place. Very small population. I mean, West Virginia has a small population. Charleston's got a small one. I lived in a place that was like a little town that had like, I don't know.
Like 400 people?
Maybe. Maybe, yeah. If you count the corpses floating in the river.
And the wild dogs.
Yeah, and the wild dogs. If you count every wild dog, you've got it. But yeah, the Count Dougal asks, does everything stay open late into the night, like New York? Like theaters and food and whatnot? Yes, in Brooklyn it does.
Yeah, there's, I don't know, we went to one bar when we first got here. They actually stay open until 4 a.m.
Which we're used to.
Single night of the week.
We're used to like 3 at the late, or I think that even switched to 2 in Charleston or something.
1 or 2.
And most places don't have anybody in there, so they just close at like midnight. And a lot of other places, LA places close at like 1 or 2.
Yeah, so there were places that stay open until 4.
Like 1, midnight or 1. A lot of places in LA, it's fucked up. It sucks.
Also, like. Delivery here is amazing. Like Amazon Prime, you can, like, when we first got here, we didn't have an air conditioner. Okay, so we needed a fan, like, that day. Like, it was, and it's still very hot here. But 2 weeks ago, I mean, it was in the 90s. And we needed a fan because we were moving everything in. They brought us a fan within 2 hours. Prime Now delivery.
Mm-hmm.
And they will bring you groceries too. I mean, Eamon's lactose intolerant, so he got some lactose-free ice cream.
Through Prime Fresh.
Prime Fresh.
And Prime Now.
We've gotten cases of like water delivered to us. Gatorade.
The convenience of it is a lot like LA, where it's just everything you want, any restaurant, fucking whatever, like, you can just pick it. I mean, there's even services that will just go to a store like a Rite Aid or some shit and then grab all of the things that you say and then bring them to you.
Yeah, and even like you can get delivery from any place. All of the local places for food, they will deliver to you. And also, like, chains, like McDonald's will deliver to you. Dunkin' Donuts will deliver to you. 7-Eleven, Applebee's. It's so... I mean, we haven't really explored all those options, but we did get the donuts one day.
Mm-hmm.
That was so yummy.
Yeah, and we've gotten, like, beer and liquor and stuff.
Yeah, and they'll deliver
too.
You beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Yeah, and you can get a lot of promo codes on shit, so it's, like, really cheap the first few times that you do it.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of going through all of those services now and just getting, basically living like living like a little prince and princess.
Yeah, for a minute, and then all those codes run out, and then we're just like...
Yeah, and then we're broke.
Yeah.
But, no, it should be, I don't know, it's a really good place. I think that, especially the kind of, the area that we're in seems to be a pretty good area that's reasonably priced compared to a lot of the other places around.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm really excited for Halloween in Brooklyn and in New York. I've never... I don't even know, like...
It's a song about Halloween. I don't know how the words go. If you guys ever do plan to live in Ohio, and I'm always there, here to ask sometimes if you guys live where I am or somewhere.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think, I don't know if we're ever going to do it. But
it would probably be a little later.
On my list of places, I think, probably is at some point another stint somewhere in California, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I definitely want to try out Louisville at some point because I really like Louisville a lot.
Yeah.
And
Texas.
Texas, yeah. Texas. I think those are the only.
And I really just want to move to Montana and just live on a farm.
Right. After watching the ranch.
I don't know what that is.
Oh wait, I don't think that's Montana.
But it just seems like a beautiful big sky, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think all the land there is taken though because it's so gorgeous. But it's definitely one state I haven't been to that I'd like to. And Montana, Washington, Oregon, all three of those actually.
Yeah,
I've never been to.
They're definitely the states where you're like, hey, I really want to see that, and that seems cool. And then you get there and you're like, will it end? Please make it end.
No, I mean, who knows though? You never know.
Driving through some of those, like, cool Western type, it's like, fuck this. But I like Washington State a lot. I think Washington State looks pretty fucking great.
Yeah. Well,
the whole coast really is fantastic, so I'd like to do any of that shit. That would be great. A lot of, Count Jewel says, a lot of unsolved mysteries happen on farms. That and Critters. The movie Critters.
Kyle, you're more than welcome to come and stay with us on our farm that we obtain.
Oh.
Somewhere.
I don't know. I don't know if he's allowed.
He's allowed. I'll allow it. I hope no critters show up, though.
You mean the krites?
The krites.
I've hunted krites before. So yeah, I think one of the things that I would like to see actually is Chucky versus Critters.
Oh yeah. What about Chucky versus Scanners?
What about Trimmers versus Critters?
Trimmers versus Scanners.
No. Why would Scanners?
I don't know. I'm just saying shit.
They just look at people and make their heads explode. What is the
Trimmers? I mean, it would be a great they could get that eye if there is eye contact.
They just make the
trimmer explode.
The trimmer's head explode.
Yeah. Right.
I could see Ghoulies versus Critters. That's a great idea. Somebody should probably fucking do that.
Go ahead, Charles Band. We give you.
Kyle
McDougal just gave you that on a silver platter.
Those were both Vestron video titles, maybe. Critters and Ghoulies. I don't know. I may be wrong. Or no, I think Critters is New Line, or at least it went to New Line on the later ones. I know Critters 3 and 4 were New Line. I know a little bit too much about Critters
3 and 4? Whoa.
Or I think I know a little bit too much about Critters.
You haven't seen nothing until Winter in the Big City. Really gonna learn about Critters then.
Critters 5, Winter in the Big City?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
They're trying to get somewhere.
So they only made 4 Critters movies, and they were like, we're all right on this whole Critters thing. And then every other franchise, and Ghoulies too, I guess they only went with 4, maybe. Maybe they did 5. But like, why were they just like, we're good? And then like nostalgia kicks up, and like horror conventions kick up, and like everybody starts getting like obsessed with all these old fucking franchises. Why the fuck is that not continuing? It's so easy. It's just little puppets that you just fucking puppeteer.
That's what we said when we tried to make zombie babies. And scene. So easy. It's just little puppets. You just make little puppets and little babies.
They're just like little hand puppets or whatever. Like they're just covered in fur. That's an easy puppet to make. It's a fucking hand puppet with fur on it.
I think we should. I think we should challenge Eamon to make a hand puppet with fur, because he thinks it's so easy.
No, I'm saying for somebody who's got that does that, who chooses to do that with their life, that should be pretty fucking simple of a thing. I mean, how many of these fucking Furbies did they fucking shit now from fucking these factories?
That's
every
true.
single day, right? If they can shit out Furbies that look better and more like puppety than the fucking Critters did in those movies, then they can make some fucking Critters.
And they did
pretty
have blinking.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, welcome back.
Cal McDougal says he's been watching the new Puppet Master. He's still doing that. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so how many? Timeout. What do you mean by new Puppet Master?
They're making new Puppet... there's a Puppet Master, like, web series or something, I think.
Oh,
That's how he's doing it.
okay.
It's still in that weird, I think, like, Nazi shit he started doing, where he was like, it's Axis of Evil Part 4. I don't know. Fucking Charles Band. But, like, he's apparently gone... I don't know. He had this thing called Trophy Heads or something, and then that was a mini series or web series, and now he's doing a new Puppet Master web series, and Friday is the last part. And I'm sure that
Axis Termination.
So it's like
Axis Termination, Axis of Evil. That's what it is. It's
So this is apparently the ending of his weird like Nazi exploitation Puppet Master saga, which apparently has like hot Nazi bitches and those little skirts and all that stuff. I don't know. I was reading into it probably more than it actually is, but there's probably a couple, right? So it's kind of like the Ilsa thing, and then also I don't know. I think the
also what?
And also the Puppet Master thing. So it's like Ilsa meets Puppet Master. That's what I assume it is. I don't know. PS4 will enter into rest mode, and what?
Oh,
no.
Lord. This is what happens. Fortnite.
Okay, I hit a button. There. Don't go into rest mode
This
now.
guy.
And better acting. I don't know what that means.
And
better acting than Ilsa or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, so, Missy, what's your, one of the movies that you've seen lately?
Oh, I saw, on Netflix called Little Evil. Actually. It has Adam Scott and, oh, crap, what's her name? Kate from Lost. I can't think of her name. Evangeline Lilly. Yeah, Adam Scott and Evangeline Lilly and this like creepy kid, right? So I think it's a super fun movie. It's actually kind of like a horror comedy, but it's not like too over the top. It's kind of like, I don't know what you would describe it as, like maybe like middle ground for horror comedy. Like, not extremely campy, but the moments that are actually really work. It's basically Problem Child. Yeah, I mean, because, like, she's, like, in love with this guy, he's in love with her, and the kid is the problem. And, but the kid does such a good job. I mean, he's just a little shithead. And Adam Scott, I think, I don't know, I guess Netflix doesn't really give awards for this kind of thing. I mean, when's the last time like a horror movie won an award? But he's great in this film. Like, I don't know, can we make an award
the
up?
music was loud. It's loud as we're talking. So the music, for some fucking reason, popped into the thing. Maybe we just go to... Oh. Shit. Well, I changed it, and now apparently it's fucking loud for some reason. I don't know how to get to where it won't do that. There's no options menu in this either for some fucking reason.
Now look what you did.
Oh, wait. Is the audio turn on? Oh, there it is. There's the option.
Oh, okay. So, friend requested. I think I heard about that. Friend requested movie.
I'm turning down all of the effects now, so hopefully that'll...
Is the friend requested movie, is that on Netflix? I'm just curious. Jay.
Oh. I heard about, yeah. I think I saw the thumbnail of that. I also, what was that Lights Out movie? That was on Cinemax to streaming, and I kind of thought about seeing that. But I didn't want to watch it because it was late at night and you were asleep. And I thought that I might get scared and have nightmares. So, I didn't watch it.
I've had nightmares, like, for the past 3 days.
Apparently there's a short film that was on YouTube that was called Lights Out or something that scared everybody, and it was like some weird face that like pops out on people. And I never watched it because it looked terrifying to me. And I was like, I don't really want to be scared. So why would I watch this? And then I guess they adapted it into a feature, which I think is what that movie is.
Okay, so the friend requested thing is at theaters.
Oh, well, I don't know if we'll ever make it to a theater. But Movie Pass, though, maybe. I don't know. We might sign up for it and try it.
We'll see.
But I'm hearing that Movie Pass is not all it's cracked up to be. If you know what I mean. And I think you do.
Well, there is actually a couple of cool places here. There's an Alamo Draft House. And there's a place called Nighthawk Cinema. And basically, I mean, I've never been to an Alamo Draft House. I'd like to go. But the Nighthawk I've been to before. It's in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. And they have, like, special menu items that play, like, with the movies that they're featuring. So, like, Logan Lucky is one that was... I guess based in West Virginia or whatever, that's where we're from. And they have a cocktail that's from a distillery in West Virginia, Smooth Ambler Distillery. So that's kind of cool. So they try to do like really cool pairings of food and drink with each movie. And the last time I was here with a couple of my friends, we went and saw the Green Room there, which was a really fun, like weird movie with Patrick Stewart and like punks, and it was awesome. And then they have like a whole menu of food and drink, and they like come and like kind of like get your order up off the table, and so you can like have dinner and like watch a movie in like a pretty cool setting. So that's something totally different than from where I'm from, and I really dig that a lot.
Yeah, I think I like those places. I've never been to one where you can have the booze and have the meal. I've never done it. It seems like it's great. I need to change my thing here.
Oh, it is really good. I mean, because, like, everywhere you... I mean, normal movie theaters, there's, like, nachos, popcorn, whatever, but you can, like...
Right, exactly.
Get, like, a burger and fries, or, like, potato skins, or, like, salads, or, like, a steak or something. It's, like, insane. The cool stuff. You can get, like, ice cream, or just anything that you want, you know, you can get at these theaters, and just, like, eat your dinner and, like, watch a movie on the big screen. I love that. Anything that I can, like, if I can eat a lot of food and watch a movie in a movie theater, that's amazing.
Yeah. I think the, I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. I think, but you know, there's just something about the convenience now about watching a movie at home.
I know, especially like if you can pay for it on PlayStation or Amazon or something. I mean, it definitely does save you money, but you know, you save up and like do something cool, like go to the theater or whatnot.
Yeah, I really want to see it.
I really want to see it.
But I've read the book so many times and seen the miniseries so many times that I feel like I'm just going to be like, I don't know. I don't give a shit about what you've got to show me. Hopefully it's good, but...
So Jay says, is this a free game?
Oh, so the game that we're playing over the podcast, if we do put this over on SoundCloud...
Yeah, we're...
is, which probably not, is,
Frontline. Fortnite. So this is a free mode, which is basically a PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds mode. Kind of rip-off, I guess, where they're allowing you to do a player versus everybody thing. So everybody's out for themselves, and oh god, please just land, you piece of shit. Oh, so it says Kyle wasted $12.25 on Mother. Oh lord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet either. I mean, I don't spoil it though if you comment. But I am curious about Mother.
Yeah, I would love to. Oh my god, and I'm already dead. That's how bad it is.
You're done.
Yeah.
You died.
So then you have to go through that whole matchmaking process again and load all of the garbage. But yeah, the Mother, Kyle says it's fucking garbage. I heard a lot of people think that it's a really brilliant addition to the American cinema catalog. But no, everybody is talking like it's some highfalutin, brilliant thing. So I don't know. It's Aronofsky, I guess. I don't like any of his films. So I don't think that I'll give a fuck about this at all. Never enjoyed them. JGaming 0526 says, I forgot to tell you I lost 3 of my Nintendo games. Holy shit. What did you lose? That's fucked up. Don't lose them. But they are so small that I feel like it's probably easy to do. But yeah, I think... oh yeah, we can just spectate these people. Hey, that's how you do it. Cal says, I don't either and didn't know what I was walking into. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be what you do with this one, is you just walk into it blind. I haven't watched
anything about it.
I saw some people talk about what it was, but it didn't spoil any of the events of the movie. Like, they told what the secret was, I guess, kind of. So, I get it.
I don't want to know.
But it doesn't sound like a movie that I would want to see. Mainly because I don't like that guy. Unless Jennifer Lawrence shows her titties, but oh wait, I've already seen pictures of her fingering or something. So anyway, and that was free. So I don't think I'm spending 12 something, even if there are some titties in there.
Oh no.
Oh no. So the 3 games are Zelda, Splatoon, and Mario. That's fucked. Mario Rabbids? That sucks, man. Or Mario Kart. Either way, that's terrible. I've been playing Rabbids, Mario plus Rabbids a little bit. I'm really enjoying it. On the old Switch. Ugh. And I'm just really debating this Super NES Classic tomorrow. But what I did do, I had a promo from Amazon, so I actually ordered this new controller that's like, it's like from 8-Bit Do, and it's a Super NES controller, like exactly, and it's Bluetooth, and it works with the Switch. So this is not a spoiler. He said this is releases. It's supposed to be about the Bible or based on it, and didn't know that and didn't make it that.
Wait, so it's about the Bible?
I don't know. I didn't think it was about the Bible, but I thought it was about something else that was similar in tone.
Whew.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, I guess we're gonna see. We're definitely gonna see it. That's a solid.
I don't think we may not be able to catch it.
We have to.
We've delayed and delayed and delayed,
I
and
know.
now
It's hard. It's hard
we
when
might
you're
not
like
be able to see it.
uplifting your entire life and going somewhere different, and in turn,
yeah,
you know.
Cal says it was good, but you know what? One of the things that I really do want to see is the Kingsman Part 2.
Right.
I want to see it.
I
really
agree.
want to see Blade Runner. I think there's no way in fucking hell I'm not going to go see Blade Runner in the theater. I would rather see, if I had to pick, I would rather see Blade Runner than it. Like, in a heartbeat.
When does Blade Runner come out?
I think it's October 20th.
That's 2 days before my birthday.
Wow, well, happy birthday.
Interesting.
You're going to go see Blade Runner for your birthday. Because we're broke. But yeah, the... Oh, and Yakuza. I've bing playing Yakuza.
Oh
I'm
my
going all over
god,
the
Kyle.
But Kyle just asked, how is Yakuza?
Eamon has been Yakuza-ing. He is I think Eamon is a Yakuza.
I haven't played it that much, but I am playing, Who's This Lady to You? It is my child bride.
I'm his child bride. Hello.
Missy Dawn, who is plays Pig Girl in the movies, is also the producer of most of our films and directed
Steve Death
Collector. The movie.
Why can't this? I'm like, can't pick anything up.
I don't know why. Oh, I guess you just pick and choose like what item you want. It just floats in the air, and then you hit E or something to like pick which item you want. I don't know. This isn't gonna work well if we're just talking about the visuals.
No, I'm sorry. Whoops.
Don't fuck up again, child bride.
So yes, I know.
So,
Blade Runner.
Blade
and
Runner is
Yakuza.
the number one. But yeah, the Yakuza I have been playing it, but not too awful much. I kind of play it like just late at night, just for like a couple hours at a time, just so I can like beat the shit out of people. I normally like marathon games if I can. So I'll just fucking go because I just want it done and complete, and I need to move on. And it says a plan. It's probably just because it's been open for like 2 months, as the like, or not 2 months, but the whole time we've been here. I played it as soon as we hooked up the stuff, and then I just kind of left it in rest mode on that. So the program's been open, but like I haven't been playing it nonstop. That would be weird if I was playing that much. I would have beat the game 7 times in the... It's a really short game compared to... This is Yakuza Kiwami, which is the remake of Yakuza 1.
Yakuza 1 was really long.
No.
Right?
So that was Yakuza 0, which was really long. But it was only long because I did everything. I tried to 100% it. And then...
Because there's so many, like, mini stories and games that you have to play. Yeah.
And I really took an interest in, like, you know, these children's story about their, like, pocket car racers or whatever. And then Yakuza Kiwami is the same map, different story, and it's the remake of the first game. So you've been in prison for 10 years, you get out, and then you actually encounter some of those kids that you were, like, doing the pocket racer stuff with or whatever. And now they have their own, like, new stories, and it's pretty fucking cool. I definitely think that you need to play Part 0 before you play Kiwami. You absolutely have to play 0 before that. And then, I think they said you can skip Part 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm. Don't ask me, I'm not a Yakuza.
And then you have to play 4, 5, and then 6 is coming out in the States pretty soon. There's a lot of Yakuza shit going on. And then there's that fucking zombie thing, too. I have a lot of Yakuza,
God.
ahead of me.
Yes, I'm definitely excited about the new Star Wars Battlefront. There are so
How
many
asked
worlds.
if you were.
Yes, there's so many worlds that you can play on. Like, I tweeted out a whole list. There's, like, I don't even know, like 12 or 15.
Camino?
No, not... What? Anyway. But there's so many levels now, and it's super exciting. I'm ready. I'm terrible, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm really just excited mainly for the campaign because I think that I really want to see what that actress does with the material, and I want to see a new story, like set in the Star Wars thing. Like we finally got Rebels season 1, so we have to watch that now. No, J Gaming asks if anybody got Pokken Tournament. No, or Pokken Tournament. No, it just didn't look. I would play it if it was a single player Pokemon thing, but I'm not really gonna do the fighting thing with the Pokemon people. I thought ARMS was interesting because it had a different, like, kind of fighting mechanic, but Pokken Tournament just seems to me like it's just so, like, run-of-the-mill fighter. I don't know, it just doesn't seem interesting. It didn't jump out at me. What can I tell you?
I don't know what Pokken is.
Plus, you got next month, there's, Janice. Sweet Janice. So, Janice Karan has joined us here.
Oh, hello, Janice.
Love me some Janice. So, the hardest thing for the Switch is, like, I have to decide what I'm going to do. So I was looking at Pokken Tournament, but it just didn't look that interesting. And in October, which it's almost October...
It's like literally October.
Fucking Mario Odyssey. Fire Emblem Warriors. Like, how can I not get those games? There's no way I'm going to get Pokken Tournament over, either of those. So I got to pick and choose, and those are what I choose. And probably not Fire Emblem Warriors at all. Even though I love Fire Emblem, I'm just only going to get Mario, and that's it.
Mario's a classic,
Yeah, that game looks fucking incredible. That looks like the best fucking thing. I cannot scroll up in the comments, Horrifier, I'm sorry. We're off talking, and we just kind of glance over here occasionally.
I think it's something about a remake of the movie.
Oh, to do like a fan film or whatever?
Yeah.
Any fan films. Go ahead and make them up. Just don't sell them and don't try to crowdfund for them. And then put them up on YouTube and credit us with all the stuff. But yeah, all the ideas sound pretty good. So I would like to see somebody do something. But keep in mind, Pork Chop is a comedy. The Pork Chop series are comedies. So we like to keep them light.
And you have to make a character called Clyde McNoogle.
Clyde McNoodle always has to be in every single movie. And also Janice Karan has to be the star.
Oh, that would be great. It's a dream come true.
Mm-hmm.
So...
She roller skated right into my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And she's never left. This guy's just like standing there, staring at the ground. What is this?
Super weird.
Who does this?
And Teddy, of course. You have to
Yet
have Teddy.
I died like 5 seconds in, and these assholes are just fucking floating around.
Well, this guy's name is I Might Kills You. So you need to get a better name for any of your stuff here.
I Mike kills you.
Yeah.
I
You never know. I don't know.
Does it mean he's I Mike?
Yes.
Oh, so his name's Mike.
His name is
and
I
he's
Mike.
like, I thought iMac was a thing, so now I'm I Mike. And I kills you.
Maybe not. Hard to say.
So that's just the player in the game that we're talking about. So, so yeah, basically we've got a shitload of movies to watch, and we have not even cracked the fucking
code.
No. I don't even know how to like keep the two of us focused on the television for any period of time to where we can actually get through more than like a movie a week.
Oh my god, I know. There's like
shows are easier to get sucked into.
They are, yeah.
But movies, it seems like a big investment that I gotta make emotionally, to where I don't know if I want to weep or if I'm gonna, like, if it's a big dramatic film, like, I don't want to go on that emotional fucking roller coaster, you know?
Yeah, well, a show is also the same thing, and then you can't stop it. It's like if I open a box of donuts, like, I try one, which is the first episode, I'm like, that was a good donut. Then I wait a little while, I'm like, man, I really want another. So then I eat the next donut.
Talking about donuts like they're chips.
Then I want the next donut. And then you're like, you're in too deep. You've already eaten two, so you're like, screw it.
Right.
Like, I need to just eat this half dozen real quick. And then you just watch all the show.
Oh, and then Stranger Things is also coming soon.
Oh, yeah. When does that come out? Is it at the end of October or the beginning?
October 22nd or 27th. I'm not sure which.
I hope it's the 22nd, because that's my birthday.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah, I'm old. It's okay.
Boston cream donuts are apparently a big favorite.
Is that what your favorite donut is? Janice.
Well, I'll tell you what.
On Halloween it comes out, Stranger Things.
I've got some cream for Janice, but it's not from Boston.
Oh.
I'm from Boston. I also have some cream for Comic Dougal. Comic Dougal says Halloween.
That's when Stranger Things comes out.
Oh, it's on the 31st? I ain't buying it. It's got to be before that. That's stupid. I am turning... Jay Gaming says I am turning 19 in December. Fuck yeah.
Ah.
Good job.
Live your life, Jade Gaming. Amazing. I wish I was turning 19 in October.
I need it back. I need all the decades I can get back.
I want them back too. I was super smoking when I was 19.
Almost 2. You're still super smoking. I've got 2 extra decades on J Gaming.
You really do. You could
that
be his dad.
I need to lose.
You could be his dad.
Probably.
Almost.
Oh yeah, fuck.
You could be Jay's dad.
Oh yeah, I could have shit out a baby.
He doesn't have a life. He's in college. You know what?
That's the best time to be able to play video games and like not give a fuck.
It's the greatest time of your life.
All that shit seems like stress right now, but like after you're out and you realize what the fuck stress is, you're like, oh no, I should have actually been much happier about my life.
And I worked all through college and took classes.
Yep.
And I had fun too. I mean, it is hard, so props to you, Jay, for doing it all and getting it out there. It's definitely difficult.
It gets even harder.
Yeah, so try to enjoy it though while you're there.
Oh, and get as many credit cards and loans for things as you can now.
Don't.
It will be a huge help.
Don't do that. Don't listen to him. I have got perfect credit. Don't listen to anything he says about credit.
No.
Or credit cards.
Just buy as many.
No, just
go on as many trips and.
No.
Or just invest all in gold, and also land in Puerto Rico. Puerto. I tried to do
Jay, if you ever want actual real advice, you can always contact me. I can help you out.
He only contacts me. Janice Caron also likes the cinnamon twist.
I do too.
I've
that's my favorite dance.
Put Janice in a cinnamon twist before.
You did. How did that go?
That's what we call it when I actually enter. You know what? We're gonna save that for
next time. Whatever, Kyle. Kyle says we aren't that old, Missy, and this is the Mandela universe. Listen, honey. I know how old I feel. I know what I am.
I know what the cinnamon twist is.
And I know what the cinnamon twist is.
I'm not saying I did it to Janice, because that would be a horrifying thing to say about somebody's mom. But, so a cinnamon twist is when you fuck a girl in her butthole, right? And you pull out, and it's like a distended rectum.
That's gross.
But when you pull out, you spin your body to where it twirls the distended rectum, and you have a problem like pulling your dick out from the butthole that's sticking out. But then you come because of how good it feels, and then your cum starts to squirt out the end of it, and then you sprinkle a little cinnamon on it, and then you lick your cum out of it. That's called a cinnamon twist.
Are you serious right now? I gotta edit that out. I gotta edit that out of here.
That's called a cinnamon twist.
Well, whoever is on this live chat, you're welcome, because it's the last time you'll hear that.
Right. So, we aren't that old, Missy. This is the Mandela universe.
I already read that.
We have de-aged. Problem occurred. No! Strawberry shortcake. Oh, donut or sex move? Oh, there is a sex thing called the strawberry shortcake.
What is that about? Is that about?
It's probably about eating a girl out of her period or something. What?
What? Nothing.
I'm just a little grossed out by the cinnamon twist.
I didn't say anything.
I invented it, and I'm grossed out by it.
Yeah. You wrote the book.
I mean, it's a hard one to pull off, so it's not like anybody's really gonna... I mean, a few people could probably pull that off. But, like, are you gonna be thinking about that in the time that you listen to that episode of Action Packed Thrill Ride, where horror director Eamon Hardiman decided that it involved the...
It was a lot. It was a lot to take in and out, clearly.
Well, yeah, but then you clean up, so... you finish on her face and then punch her nose to make the... Yeah, that's great.
Oh.
That's a classy... See, mine, at least, it was, like, not, like, just violent against women. It's not like you were doing it with force. And then Kyle just immediately goes to the one where he's just punching a woman in the nose.
Good job, Kyle.
What a fucking piece of shit. Jesus. Why?
Oh, Kyle.
Why, Kyle?
You just had to take it to that level.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Both parties were into the cinnamon twist. And then, like, who got it worse, you know what I mean? You can push that back up inside if you're the girl, but, like, if you're the guy and you're, like,
it's all disgusting.
You're eating your own cum, and then you're also
it's all
licking, like, the innards of a
It's super gross. It's really gross. Why are we living in this world right now?
It's cool.
No, I'm done.
Oh, Janice Cran feels embarrassed by what we've done. Avery says, Horrorfire says, I really do thank you for liking my Portrait Up fan film remake idea, and don't worry, I'm not planning to steal or put up on YouTube. No, make your fan film, have fun. Put it up. Just don't make money off of it. If you do, give me the money.
Well, because we don't really, but...
Right.
No, I would love to see some kind of fan film on YouTube. Yeah, like...
Anybody can make any fan film.
Please put it up. Like, we love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just credit. Don't take money. That's all I ask. My favorite thing that I've seen lately in the fan film world is...
What?
I can't think of anything. So make a good one.
I have not, yeah.
Make a good one, because they're rare. It's rare that you see one where you're like, damn, these people fucking killed it. I remember there were some people from Charleston that made a Nightwing fan film back in the day that I saw, and it was the comic character Nightwing from the Batman universe. It's Dick Grayson, Missy.
Okay.
I have to explain to her
Okay,
that it's
thank
Dick
you.
Grayson.
It's Dick Grayson. I got it.
Do you know who Dick Grayson is?
No, it was apparently from the Batman, some Nightwing.
Wow.
Night moves.
So Dick Grayson is Robin.
Okay.
And then he got like all fucking
Dick
like...
Graysoned up.
Yeah, he turned into a fucking dick when he was a teenager, right? And then he was like, oh, well now I'm not Robin, now I'm fucking Nightwing, bro. And then he decided he was gonna be a like dark vigilante type of his own. Right?
Yes.
And fucking, he ran around, called himself Nightwing. He had these two little sticks that he would hit people with. So some fucking people, I'll just say it as nicely as I can, some people, some brilliant filmmakers, I guess, in like the town that we were from, made this fucking Nightwing movie. And I saw some of it, and it was like horrendously bad, but like they were all in. It was beautiful because like no matter how bad it was, they just completely believed that they were making like this fucking like DC universe, like that it could open in a theater level fucking like comic book movie. It was crazy. And then I talked to somebody, I was hanging out at a party with somebody, and they were like, they were talking about that movie, the Nightwing movie or whatever. They're like, do you remember the guy that fell off the back of the fucking truck? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, that was me, dude. Like, I fucking fell off that shit and I broke my fucking arm. Like, they were having people do, like, Hollywood stunts. Like, hang off of trucks and shit and, like...
It's a Nightwing.
Leap off of shit. They were actually trying to make a real...
Nightwing.
Yeah. And people were getting injured.
That's terrible. I would never do that to anybody. That's so bad.
Come Google ask you guys dressing up for Halloween? No. So...
maybe...
No, we're not.
Well, maybe Eamon's not, but I might. We'll see.
So then, that reminded me, too, about the CW thing. So I know we're the last people to talk about long hours on sets, because we always have long hours on sets, right?
Yeah. That's true. I've got the longest.
But apparently, just recently, the guy, AJ Appa, or KJ Appa, who plays Archie on Riverdale, they worked him a 16-hour shoot day. Right? The CW worked him 16 hours. And he got into a wreck on his way driving home from the set. He fell asleep at the wheel, and he wrecked into a light pole. So
don't work your people for 16 hours and don't make them drive home, especially if they're the star. I mean, I've worked people a lot, but they understand that it's a week-long thing.
Well, we always have a place for them to sleep, too.
Right,
we don't
say, it's not like,
we tell them not to go home. Don't go home. Stay here, crash here. It's fine. You've got places here. You've got, like...
Or, like, we'll get you a hotel.
If anybody drives,
we'll
they choose to drive, you know?
We've done that before, too.
Yeah, we have.
Like...
Anything to keep people from doing the drive. Apparently, CW, with all their money and shit, are just letting motherfuckers, like, do this. And apparently on Smallville, the same thing happened with Tom Welling, to where the whole cast had to, like, stand up for him and be like, hey, Tom needs a driver, because you guys are working him. He's in every scene, every day. You guys are working him, like, these crazy, like, 16, 18-hour work days. He needs to be driven the fuck home. This is in the era before Uber and all that shit.
Right, yeah,
and they were in, like, Vancouver, I think, like, at the beginning of, like, that whole... So I don't even know if Could you even get a cab in Vancouver in, like, that era?
2002. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And there's a lot of areas where you're filming where you probably don't have that option, and they absolutely should have drivers for fucking, especially the stars of the show. Like, why the fuck is Archie from the Archie show driving himself to fucking work? That's the dumbest shit.
In this day and age, it's ridiculous.
And if they had all of that drama on, like, Smallville way back then, why are they still trying to fucking lowball actors into fucking, like, not being able to have their own driver and shit like that? It's the biggest show on CW, like, other than, I mean, of course, like, Supernatural. But, like, that's the show that they've got right now that everybody's, like, fucking into. And they're in shooting season 2. And they ain't driving that kid to fucking work.
Don't know, honey. So.
Cal's very pissed about our Halloween costumes.
Oh. Eamon, he says, Eamon could play good Joker, Missy Harley Quinn, be badass. I'm going as Leatherface.
I'm gonna be the Joker.
Is so
I feel
good.
like I have the, like, superhero chin.
I think Leatherface is awesome. I would like to be Leatherface. I think that would be super fun. Actually.
You should be
for, like, a woman to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also got Pig Girl.
I think Cal just wants to see you dressed as Harley Quinn so he can masturbate.
See, I feel like
he wants to give you a cinnamon twist.
I am not Harley Quinn's size as far as Margot Robbie's concerned. I'd be a different kind of Harley Quinn. But it's a good suggestion.
You wouldn't be 63 pounds and 4 foot tall?
Right.
Mm-hmm. 63 pounds of primed muscle.
Yeah. Wow.
4'2".
Add 100 pounds to that, 63, and then we might be getting somewhere.
I think that Leatherface was going to be a girl before they changed the script. Oh, in the new movie?
Ooh.
That fucking movie was one of the worst goddamn things I've ever seen in my life. That is a terrible, terrible fucking film. I've never wanted to turn off a movie faster just based on editing alone. It's like they've never shot a movie, they've never edited a movie, it's like they're just beginners on every aspect of, like, film.
I'm gonna echo that and say, from people that have edited films together with coverage that might not have been what you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
This film, it was, as a filmmaker, it was impossible for me to look past the poor editing. I don't know if it was because they didn't have the coverage, or if because the editor didn't know what they were doing.
There's a ton of scenes that...
But there's a lot of stuff that just really, it doesn't flow, it's very disconnected, it doesn't make sense.
And that's the least of its problems.
And that's the least. And I hate to even say that about any kind of film, but when you have a budget... And you have an iconic... And you have an iconic character, like Leatherface.
You make that piece of shit.
I don't feel like it did it justice. I really don't. Like, and it's... I
definitely, like, when Scott and I started podcasting every week, we, over the course of it, as it would go, we eventually started to become a lot more lenient on films. I still am that guy to a big degree. Like, I won't just openly call something out. But that's a fucking piece of shit, because I do know what goes into it. And this is a fucking piece of shit. Like, this movie is a mess of a fucking thing. There's nothing there, and I
It's
doubt
a mess.
anybody involved got what they wanted and what they intended across. I mean,
can't
there's
even believe-
two different people who aren't related.
I cannot
It's not a
even
husband and
believe-
wife who are listed as the directors of the film.
I cannot even believe it came out the way it did.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me sad because, like, I really like the Texas Chainsaw franchise. I love that. And with the Halloween franchise, they've come out later. They made great movies out of it, you know. And I guess they're making a new one, too, which we'll see, whatever comes with that. Although I feel like Danielle Harris should be in it, but whatever. But this Leatherface, is very disjointed. It's very hard to follow.
It's not fun. It's there's no, like, that. What the thing is like, Texas Chainsaw actually is a pretty fun movie. Like, there's a lot of funny, like, little bits in it.
Well, you think
like,
the first one was really fun, though?
Yeah, it's funny as shit. Franklin and, like, all that. It's pretty funny. And, like, there's the interaction between them and the hitchhiker and all that. There's
true.
a lot of comedy and, like, moments in it that, like, you know, are there. It's not a dark, like, fucking twisted, fucked up, like, horror. You know, it becomes that, but, like, it gives you the lightness throughout the beginning part of it. And then part 2 is just straight up horror comedy. Part 3 has a lot of fucking light, fun shit.
Does.
And it's kind of like an action movie.
It is, yeah.
You know, part 4 is fucking ridiculous. And just weird and twisted and crazy, and it's fucking hilarious. And, like, yeah, and there's tons of shit that I still, like, laugh my ass off about from part 3. And the fucking remake, the Michael Bay thing,
that was
fun as shit.
Yeah, that was super
fun ass movie.
It was very thrilling.
Yeah, and then I need to watch the beginning or whatever the fuck again. But, like, and the Leatherface or Texas Chainsaw 3D was terrible. But, like, this just, it's like they don't even know what Texas Chainsaw is. Like, they've completely lost the entire, like, idea of what it is, and they're trying to just reboot it as some entirely different thing. And it just comes off as, like, some fucking, like, the indie horror movies that we make are, like, funny and, like, you know, we try to, like, make it, like, a good time. But this comes off as, like, one of those ones that you don't want to watch, that's just, like, dull as shit and depressing and, like,
it's
weirdly
not,
dark, and it's just, like, we just want to, like, torture a woman for, like, 90 minutes or whatever, but not really torture, just drag her around.
To me, it's
make her change clothes and shit. It's like that jerk off, like, Last House on the Left kind of shit.
To me, it's the editing. It's entirely the editing.
Right.
It's, like I said before, I don't know if they didn't have enough coverage of what they wanted, or if this was a new person that was editing the film. But it, you know, we've worked with scraps and tried to, like, piece it together.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any excuse for a Hollywood film with the money that they had to not be able to piece together how to cut a scene and transition it from one to the next without it being shaky or disjointed or totally abrupt.
And the actors have to be completely pissed because, I mean, they really chop performances.
They do.
That could have maybe been something into, so what are you doing today? Cut. Next actor. I don't know. What are you doing today? Cut. Previous actor. I'm thinking about going over to the pond.
It's so weird.
Pause. Cut.
That's why I'm saying actor. I think it's the editing.
So
I really do. And
bad.
I think, like, if you guys see it, you'll understand, like, we're not trying
There are moments where
we're not trying to bash the film entirely. It's just...
Oh, no. It's an entirely bad film.
It's very hard to watch for me because of the edits and the choices that were made with that.
The tone...
It's wow. It's just like, and how can you do this with Leatherface? How?
The tone of it and not understanding what like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre is or needs to be is number one. Like, I mean, it's not really, it's probably the number two thing, but if number one is editing is fucking atrocious to where it's not even a fucking, like, watchable film, right? They don't even overlap dialogue over another person's, like, thing until, like, halfway through the film. And then, like, oh shit, now we know how to do this. Like, somebody just called me and told me how to fucking... Yeah, I think they just had, like, somebody's nephew do the whole thing. And then you go through all that shit with the editing, and then it's like, if the tone's bad as well, and they don't understand what the film is, that's fucked. Then, like, the actors are like, you've got money, why the fuck are we watching Steven Dorff? Like, you have to be able to get better than Steven fucking Dorff for, like, a Texas Chainsaw, like, fucking movie in this day and age. We had that Alexandra Daddario fucking big titty bitch right after she was on fucking Percy Jackson and, like, True Detective and shit. Like, in that era of her career, they got her. So why the fuck are we getting Steven Dorff in 2017? The whole thing just screams of, like, a bargain basement, quick fucking cash in.
Well, it seems like the whole Michael Myers franchise. You remember how we watched, like, the behind the scenes of the Halloween of, like, all these weird people own the rights to it?
Yeah, there is a big...
Mention something like that.
There is a big... I'm sorry that I called Alexandra Daddario a big titty bitch, but she's basically just a big titty bitch. But no, because she ain't a great actress. By any means, we all know what she's best at. And it's called bouncing around while running. Even in the Percy Jackson thing. But no, I hope she was of age in that
What's
film.
her name?
Alexandra Daddario. Daddario. Double Daddario.
Basically.
That's what, like, those guys at, like, horror conventions that just, like, sit in the corner with, like, their fucking, like, the black t-shirts, and they're sitting there and be like, what about Double D Dario? And, like, fucking...
So basically you at every horror convention?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're, like, the kind of people that fuck pastries. Me included. But so fucking, that shit, awful. Right? Terrible fucking thing. But Steven fucking Dorff? Are you kidding me? Nobody wants that comeback. He's selling fucking electronic cigarettes these days. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh.
Right? And then they're like, Lily fucking whatever the fuck from The Haunting. No. That ain't your cast, man. But yeah, them titties.
All my friends are dead.
What?
Push her to the edge.
So, fucking, like, that whole cast is god-awful. And everybody else is, like, unknowns. It's like, you can fucking afford somebody. You can afford somebody to be in a new fucking Texas Chainsaw. I know the last one was shit, but you got the fucking girl from Lost that played Ben's daughter. You got the... Spoilers. You got the fucking, Alexandra Daddario, you got Trey Songz, you got people in it who were of some level of fucking, like, fame, right? And you're fucking scraping the barrel. Fuck you. And they fucking released it on VOD first, so they're like, we gotta make some money off of this before the fucking magazines and websites rip us to shreds because our movie's a fucking turd. That's the whole reason why anybody releases a movie on VOD first. It's because they know when it hits the thing. It's like having a fucking private screening the night before your play fucking hits up and then charging people. Because you know your shit's gonna hit the fucking papers and people are like, fuck this. And you won't make another dime, so you at least need to make enough to fucking buy a couple of bottles of cheap wine. Tex 3D was great. Fuck you. You're wrong. It's a terrible film. Everyone hated that fucking movie, except for some reason you and Scott Gregg, and you have no taste.
This is Scott Slash's world. This is Scott Slash's jam. I love that song. It's my favorite song.
No one I don't know if anybody actually has ever listened to our podcast when you have sung that song or anyone else has sung that song has ever actually heard the song. That's the weird thing.
Really?
Yeah, so I think it might make it like, what is this? Why do they always do this? And I think they think that you're the singer of the song.
Oh, really?
At this point, yeah.
No, that's not true. It's not me. It's Stephen Hensley.
But no, the terrible fucking film. Fuck that movie. But Leatherface is somehow worse. Somehow worse.
It's way
and
worse.
When you say Cal, I want to put this out. Cal McDougal says Texas 3D was great. Listen, I want to know, where is it ranked? Where's it ranked?
On the Texas
ladder? Out of the franchise,
it has got to be
where
last.
Are you ranking it?
It has got to be last.
By saying it's fucking great. Because I swear to God, if you say it's anywhere in the top 3...
It ain't right.
You need to be burned. Like, just every inch of you needs to be just burned from this earth. So, Eamon and Missy, if you ever read my last comment, I would like you to make a cameo in the fan film. That may be very... We will see what we can do.
Yeah. Yeah, if we're available, absolutely. That sounds like fun.
I do have a rider, though, that requires a keg of beer, Scott Gregg.
Oh, right.
He's in my rider. For all things. It always just says Scott Gregg.
Yeah.
So it's keg of beer, Scott Gregg, box of Twinkies.
True.
Plane ticket. And a second Scott Gregg. Alright, where is the... it's better than the remake 1, 2, 3. What? See, he's just trying to fucking, like, start shit. So he thinks that the remake is the worst film. Cal McDougal says the Texas Chainsaw remake is the worst Texas Chainsaw film. Cal McDougal should never be asked his fucking opinion on movies. Ever fucking again. Like, in the history of it. Even if Cal McDougal takes, like, fucking film classes at, like, a fucking major university.
Which one is 3D, though? Which one
and
is
then becomes a fucking published critic.
I'm trying
to... in, like, fucking a
Kyle.
major publication.
I love you, Kyle.
And then befriends Quentin Tarantino and Eli Roth and hangs out at their houses every day. No one should ever fucking listen to his opinion again, because that's fucking ridiculous.
Whoop.
Look at this. Fucking 1, 2... He says 1, 2, 3 is the order, so that's fucking ridiculous. I don't even know what the fuck he's thinking. Then 3D. Then Part 4. Then Beginnings. Then Remake. What a fucking fool. I don't buy it.
I can't even, like,
I can't wrap my head around how horrible of a fucking, like, list that is. How terrible an order.
This timeline doesn't make sense to me.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna need to just fall into Janice Curran's Sweet Embrace to fucking get over this one. Because, I don't know. Maybe Cal just got a fucking cinnamon twist done to him. And he's like, oh, I don't know. Who pulls guns from their vagina? Awesome fucking chicks. And then makes it sound like that's normal.
Who?
What? It's amazing. A baby comes out of a pussy, Cal. I don't know why I need to explain this to you, but an entire fucking human can come out of that. A gun can easily come out.
You guys are
And why would it be normal? She's a fucking, like, one of those people that's been, like, tortured by the fucking family and, like, is going fucking crazy and shit. And then finally escapes or whatever. And she's smuggled this shit. Why the fuck would she be normal? That makes no sense. The hitchhiker's, okay, so he's just gonna be like, the hitchhiker seems stupid. It's not fucking, oh my god.
You guys are on your own level right now. I have no idea what's happening.
No, it's just, the reasons that people have always come up to hate on the Texas Chainsaw remake are the dumbest fucking things ever. No offense, Kyle, but it's the dumbest shit. It really is. The Texas Chainsaw remake is a fucking perfect fucking remake. It's beautiful. Listen. Hey, I listen to Scott say this fucking shit every single day, too. It's always the dumbest fucking, reasons for the fucking remakes. The whole thing is, people hate it because it's Michael Bay. People hate that the gun came out of the pussy, or that the fucking hitchhiker scene sucked. People hate that Jessica Biel was in it. People hate that the color scheme was, faded or whatever. Now look, Leatherface himself is fucking badass in it. Yes, he is. He's very cool. The one thing that I hate about the remake is the fucking, the little kid. The little kid in the remake I really hate. That little kid goes, "What's going on, guys?" That, comes out of the thing. That's, some weird, grandson of Leatherface or something. What y'all doing over there? Hey, y'all want to hang out with me? He, becomes their friend for a minute or something, and then it's just, he's just a dickhead. I hate that fucking kid. But I hated every movie he was in from that era. That's the only thing I hate. I think it's a solid thing. And you know what? I'm sure that the fucking pussy slime from her vagina probably would have gotten into the workings of that gun and maybe made it not fire off so well.
Maybe not.
Alright, I'll give you that. Listen, I get a little... When people talk about things that Michael Bay was involved in as even a producer, I get a little heated, and I apologize.
It's okay.
But I don't think that anyone could beat me in a debate about the merits of the Texas Chainsaw remake. It also was at the beginning of all the fucking remake shit, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's right when people started getting how dare you touch my classic? So I think that's kind of set in a lot of people's minds to this day.
Yeah, they didn't want to let it, and H2O came out too, and I was like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. And then I really, it was a good film.
Well, H2O wasn't really, I don't know if it was a remake, it was kind of in a line of shitty sequels.
Well, I mean, it had been a while.
Right.
Since something had been made.
Mm-hmm.
The gap years had happened, and then it was oh, let's do this thing again with Halloween. Mm-hmm. And it was actually really entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. And now they're remaking it again.
I know, but they need, Danielle Harris, I think. But what do I know? I'm just a indie film producer.
Well, you won't get her, because it's a direct sequel to Part 2, so they're saying that she never existed.
Yeah, whatever. It's bullshit. Anyway.
Alright, folks, so we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Count McDougal does say that Lee Emery steals the movie. He also says he loves Michael Bay, but it's the worst of the series to him, which I disagree with so much. And then we also have Missy wants to eat salad and watch Outcast.
Bye, Missy.
And
got it.
H2O was great until Resurrection. And you know what? Resurrection, not the worst movie out of the franchise. Alright, it's probably the worst movie out of the franchise, but it's still pretty good.
Oh, Scott, we miss you.
Scotty says that he loves that he heard his theme song when he tuned in 5 minutes ago.
I know. It's Scott Slashman's World.
Scott, hopefully we'll have on the next episode, we're setting this up the test if this audio thing works. Tell us what the audio quality is like, please, Scotty.
Yeah.
A personal message.
We need to know.
So that we can then have the thing. We have the little cord here hooked up for the phone that will call you.
We're trying to adjust it so we can get involved in the podcast again.
And then I love that when I heard my theme song, okay, damn right Harris needs back. And then Scott says he misses us guys, and then he says it sounds great.
I think Eamon might have a tear in his eyes, Scott.
I do. One tear just dropped out of my cinnamon twist.
It did. Oh.
Yeah.
It's a milky tear.
It's a milky tear. And I need to sprinkle some cinnamon on it and then have somebody suck it out.
Super gross.
I love that we all learned something today.
I loved it too. It was very educational.
So until next time, everybody, check us out at... Fuck, I can't
Beers
do this
and Blood
without...
on Twitter.
No, I can't do this without Scott. Scott is the one... Scott Kyle is talking nonsense. Oh my gosh, we have to keep answering questions.
What is Kyle talking about? Oh, Scott, you should have tuned in like fucking 2 hours ago, man.
This poster I made is like my own fan made teaser I made for... Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
Send
I want to see
us
it.
the poster.
Also, and I just got a ding, so I probably got it. Also, make sure to check us out on iTunes. Probably not this episode, but our next episode will be a proper recorded one.
Hopefully.
So if you like Action Pack Thrill Ride, check us out on iTunes at Action Pack Thrill Ride. You can just type it in there, subscribe to it. There will be all kinds of shit on there. Scott knows what's going on. And then also...
Scott!
Check us out
I'm
on
so emotional.
SoundCloud as well at Action Pack Thrill Ride. And...
Beers and Blood
at Beers
Twitter.
And Blood on Twitter.
At Twitter.
Not at Twitter, but on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then...
that's about it for right now.
I'm at Eamon Hardiman.
I'm at Miss Myers.
And Scotty is at Scott Slasher? Maybe?
Who knows? Hey, buy a Casper mattress and you'll get 20% off if you use the
code Scott Slasher.
Scott Slasher fucks titties.
Oh, it's fucks titties now.
Yes, and you'll get 20% off your Casper mattress or also your Blue Apron order. So check that out.
Also, it works. Scotty. Oh, sorry. It's at Scotty Slasher.
Okay.
On Twitter, and yeah, you can enter code Scotty Slasher to get 20% off your first box of Blue Apron.
And your second Casper mattress, because we already know you lit the first one on fire. Cheers.
And we will give Cookie a kiss for Scott.
Aww.
All right. Love
Always
you guys.
and
Thanks
forever.
for tuning in. And
Love you.
Have a wonderful evening. And a better tomorrow.
And a much better tomorrow.
I don't even remember how to end it ever.
You never do.
No. It's always this whole thing where I just don't know how to end it. And then
Yeah.
I have to like hit stop broadcasting on the menu. And then I did it.